My name is Tiffany Camaro. I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm one of the runners with Peace and Dignity Journeys. And what Peace and Dignity Journeys is, it's a spiritual run that takes place every 4 years. It started in 1992, and it aims to connect all the First Nations and all the people from Alaska all the way down to Guatemala. The first year it went all the way down to Panama, and so while we run the north portion of America, there are runners that started in Tierra del Fuego in Argentina, and they're running up at this moment also. And at the end of November, we will be meeting, and this year it's Guatemala, so we'll be meeting in Tikal, Guatemala, and we'll be having a 4-day ceremony. We're going to be uniting, and we're carrying waters from all the communities that we visit. And so when we get there, all of these spirits from all these different waters will come together, and we'll be able to pray with them and try to heal the water in that way. The purpose of the run was to connect communities, because a lot of First Nations are disconnected. And so the aim is to get everybody back together again. And it also fulfills this Mayan prophecy of the eagle and the condor. In the Mayans, they said that this prophecy, because they were disconnected when we were colonized. So this prophecy said that these people will come together because they were separated through the eagle and the condor. So the north represents the eagle, and the condor is the bird of South America. So by doing this, we are fulfilling that prophecy.
One time we ran into Hopi territory, and we get there, and we're running in. We don't know nobody there. And these grandmas pull up next to us, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing? This traditional territory, you can't come here." And we're like, "No, we're Peace and Dignity. We've been running since Alaska." And they're like, "I don't care. Who are you?" And we're like, "Well, this is what we're doing." And they were like, "Okay, well, we have a story that was passed down by our great grandfathers that said that in the time of need, there was going to be a new people coming in through our land, and they were going to bring life. They were going to bring that story of life, and with that, they were going to bring water, and they were going to bring the rain. So if you are who my ancestors talked about, then you're more than welcome to come through." So we're like, "All right, piece of cake. We'll bring the rain."
We started running May 1st, 2012, and it will end November 28th.
I think we talked about everything.
And so it's about a 7-month run. Every 4 years. So the 1992, 1996, 2000, 2004, 2008, and 2012. So the themes before were like family or women, children, sacred sites. Those are just some of the themes, and we choose our themes based on what the majority of the communities say. So our coordinators will go to each community and talk about what type of issues are happening in your community, and most of them are speaking of the importance of water. They're saying our waters are being contaminated. We need to pray for the water. We need to pray for the water, and so that's why this year we're honoring the water.
So how does this make you feel when you're part of this? How does it make you feel?
It calls to me, and I personally run for those who cannot run, and I know that as an Indigenous person, it's almost my duty, and I take it on willingly to connect us again and to carry prayers.
And on the way, we learn that peace and dignity within ourselves. We learn how to cope with ourselves. We learn how to share love, how to love one another.
So you would say the purpose is to reestablish that unity that was lost some time ago.
Yeah.
So do you feel that this is happening? Is that unity building?
Yes.
Talk about that
Yes.
a little bit.
Well, for an example, there were these two communities, neighbor communities, and up near the Kitsan area, and although they were related, for many years past related, right? They haven't met, and so now from us coming through, because one community takes us to the next community, and so by them coming to the next community, they connect themselves. The relationship may not have been there before, even between those individuals. And so by getting just the individuals to connect, the communities end up connecting also. And because we come from different communities ourselves, we're uniting, we're connecting with those people. And so even though we may not be neighbors, like I'm from California, But like I have family in Chicxulub now. I have family in like of all the places that we visited. We've created family there, and so we're also connected that way, and it creates unity, not only between us but between everybody in general, of all peoples, of all races, and of all cultures. And so anybody can participate. We encourage it and we welcome it with open arms.
But this journey right here is the best education anybody can get, because it's the education of life. It opens up your heart and it teaches you, and every community, the love that they have.
As further south we go, the more mixed people are culturally, and so we'll have like people with African descent or Asian descent or Caucasian descent or European descent, I should say, running with us, or if not running with us, coming and welcoming us or hosting us, like helping feed us. And so it's not only the running participation, it's because we can't run without the community, and so the help that they provide, like in their homes or in their cultural centers, is participation also. And so although you may not see running, although they're welcome to run, anybody can run, they are participating in other spaces in this run.
So your route goes from, did you say Alaska?
Chicxulub, Alaska.
Chicxulub?
Chicxulub is about an hour south of Anchorage.
Okay. And then going down through, and your route will take you, where will you go from here?
We're going to go, I think we're going to continue on this highway, and we're going to eventually hit Vancouver, and then go through Washington and Oregon and California, and then cut over to Arizona, and then down Mexico.
We go into these communities and they tell us, we've been waiting for you. My great-grandfather, they talked about your people. They said these people were going to come, this new nation of people, of different kinds of people are going to come and bring this message. They're going to bring life.
So is there a message you'd like to put out to the rest of the world from, like what's come to you, must have come some inspiration through all this that you'd like to share? Anything that stands out particularly?
Be conscious of the water and know the importance of it is what I'd have to say. There's only a little left, and it's sacred and it's precious.